With a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. First down, Prescott. He's got his tight end, Jake Butt, and he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. The Bills passing game getting them down the field. They've got another first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Here we go, 47. Here we go, 48. Get out, get out. Let's go, let's finish now. Here we go, 26.
Prescott looks to throw on first. That's complete. He's got Lynch out of the backfield. Flashed the stick skills, but didn't get a ton from it. Stopped short of the 35. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and that'll bring up second down. A first carry now for Marshawn Lynch, and he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on second down and short. What I like to say?
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
Now, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on third down. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Flushed out right. He may try and run for this. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
Go to 54, go to 54, line 8. Switch, and 8. 52 is the fight, boy, 52. Gun. 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 Hey, we're going right there. 26.
A first down throw for Prescott. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Aaron Donald in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
Now, a few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down. The 7th play now of this opening drive. This is 3rd and long, though.
Under. Gun.
They just get the play off. Now Prescott. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. And Ndamukong Suh in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that'll lead to a 4th down. Now Jordan Berry on to kick this one away. Back deep, J.J. Nelson. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go, come on.
The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. 20. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. It's a big play for the Jaguars. 77 yards. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a first-and-goal situation. They'll run. This is Ryan. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
I'd say the staff that's up in the booth watching the game, they may want to file that one away. See how fast the free safety closed to make that play? Might want to check into a throw the next time.
He'll get it up the middle. Oh, now he bowls him over. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Alongside the former defensive back Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Jaguar football as we begin quarter number 2. And they'll come up looking to keep this drive moving. This Buffalo defense has stood their ground. This is 3rd and goal.
Get reset. Hey, easy.
Mixon trying to punch it in. No gain on the play that time, so a big stop, and it's going to leave them with a 4th and goal.
Now, this feels like old-school football because this has turned into a good old-fashioned goal line stand. So on offense, what do you do now? Do you decide to run it or throw it if you go for it on 4th down?
No.
They'll run with Mixon. And not only will he not get in, he's going to lose yardage. They stuff him back at the 4. Mixon unable to find the goal line on 4th down. And the Bills' goal line stand is going to get him the football back. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. On 1st and 10, Prescott. And that is incomplete. Robbie Anderson, the man he was looking for. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Dude, we're going to 54. Wire in. Here we go, 46. Swing on the field, right.
On the handoff, Lynch. And he'll take this up to about the 7 or 8 yard line. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave him with a 3rd down and 6 to go.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did, to get them into a manageable third down, because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Switch, hey. 46.
On third down, it's Prescott. And now Prescott is going to be taken down. He couldn't get away, and that's a safety.
So after a scoreless first quarter, we at least finally get some points on the board.
But it can't be what either of us expected, can it?
No, the safety's not what you expect for the first points of the game, but one of the goose eggs is gone. So after that safety, now a free kick situation forthcoming as they punt it away from the 20. It's taken to the 26.
Now that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get to that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
The Jags offense now gets set and heads back onto the field. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a two-game losing streak can have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
On second down, here's Rodgers. Dancing to his left. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. They should have got more out of that, though. He was wide open.
I love how emphatic you are with that call, because that's exactly what I was thinking. Wide open in the flat. Give him a ball that he can use to get upfield with, not just catch and go over the sideline. They cost themselves some yardage there.
Throwing is Rodgers on third down. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
Nifty move. And now running right through it. A special teams mistake there, no doubt. Just 26 yards officially on the punt. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They start the drive with Lynch. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
They run again on first down, Lynch. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. Demario Davis there on the stop.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
center.
They just do get the play off as he'll look to throw. It fights him off, but he can't get away forever, and down he goes. Aaron Donald in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Alert!
2 minutes remain here in the first half. Back to Buffalo after this. The Bills on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. Prescott from the gun. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Mixon with a first down carry. Breaks through the contact. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
They'll run with White. And power running here down to the 6-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
That's fine. Yeah. Right. 319.
Now Rodgers throwing on 2nd down. And this is going to be intercepted. Rookie Derwin James with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
Well, he talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds.
47. 46. 26.
Following the interception, here's Prescott. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
A handoff to Mixon. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the second quarter.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4.
319.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. And able to find Garcon. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. Vance McDonald, the tight end, was the target. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. And again, it's Rodgers. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, this from 34. And Lutz's kick is good. So we've come to halftime at a 5-point game. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Zerline out now to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out come the Jaguars now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. Mixon will get it to start the second half. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Tackle made there by Matt Milano.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Now a play fake. Rodgers. And that is incomplete here. Pierre Garcon, the intended receiver. And it's third down.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
The Jaguars on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
319.
Working from the gun, Rodgers. Caught on the right side by Dorsett. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
That'll go as a loss of 5, and that's going to make it 4th down. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. So here's the Bills offense now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively, and now a chance to turn that into points on the offensive end.
Can you imagine what the grease board looks like at the half? Because
tell me.
That's exactly what they printed up. Stop them on defense, get the ball back for our offense, and go downfield and score some points. Now, the last part remains to be seen, but they got the first part done very well.
Do people use grease boards, or you mean a magic marker? And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Christian Jones in there to get him for a loss of 5.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Here's a give to Lynch. And not too much going there as he'll get it up to the 23-yard line. He'll get 2 yards back, but it's going to leave him with a long 3rd and 13.
Let's go, get out.
I got number 18, I got you 18. Watch the curl.
Gun.
56 to Mike, boy, 56. Check, 56. I'm on.
26.
Out of the gun, here's Prescott. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Bud Dupree in there to record another sack, their 6th of the afternoon. Here's Jordan Berry now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And he finds enough of an opening to get this one back up to his 20.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball. But when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Rodgers to throw on 2nd down. This one complete right side to McDonald. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. The quick slant, good for a 1st down, a gain of 12. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Now a play fake here on first down. They'll roll him out right. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. And the pitch goes to Mixon. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And it'll be a 2nd and long.
Let's go, come on. Zoom. 319, 358.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. And a dump off to White. Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31, defensively rallying to the ball after the nice move. It's an 8-yard pickup, and just like that, it's 3rd down. From the gun, Rodgers. And able to find Dorsett. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. It goes as a gain of 9, and it moves the chains.
That's fine. Yeah.
They go back to the ground now with Mixon. And a short gain here down to the 22. Morris Claiborne makes the play defensively.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
On play action, Rodgers. That is caught inside the 5. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. First down, Jacksonville. The passing game looking sharp on this drive for the Jags. They'll give it to Mixon. And he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. A great play there with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Jaguars add on to their lead. Will Lutz on for the point after. Lutz with the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Lutz now to kick this one away. On the return, here's the dangerous Cordero Patterson. Fights loose. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. And the Bills getting set to go. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Demario Davis in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
Hey, you got three.
To throw is Prescott. That's complete over the middle to Anderson. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. Back now in Buffalo. The Bills have the football, but they trail here as we begin quarter number 4. The Bills on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. Play fake. Here's Prescott. And he can't come up with a pick. Nearly his 2nd of the game. Instead, 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
Gun.
57. Mike, 57.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And this is caught. He hits Macklin. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. 1st down, Prescott. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. And again, it's Prescott. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the linebacker, Demario Davis. And he's able to bring it up 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line. Thought they had something going there to break that goose egg here in the 2nd half, but to no avail.
Hope was alive until that interception. What a terrific play, taking the ball away after it looked like they were starting a drive.
And now that shutout still standing. You know that's something those defensive guys hold a lot of pride on, too.
No doubt about it. They're excited about where they are in this game.
And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Rodgers again here on 2nd and 10. Going for the deep ball. This is caught. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Pierre Garçon, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Jaguars add 6 to their lead. Lutz good on the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Back onto the field now comes the Bills offense. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
It's a gain of 13 and a Buffalo first down. They go play action here on first down. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down. The veteran Jeremy Maclin was the intended target, and that'll bring up second down. To the air again, Prescott. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there.
If he's their best threat on offense, use your #1 cover guy on defense. It doesn't matter about size.
They have had him locked up. That just his first catch of the game. Big reason why they're down. Flush to his right. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off Byron Jones. And he's able to bring it out 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line. Maclin, the man he was looking for.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
Good starting field position for him as they come up 1st and 10. The drive will commence with a run by Mixon. Mixon hit, and all the ball is out. Pushing forward for 3 up to the 48.
Let's go, come on.
On play action, it's Rodgers. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. The Jaguars on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7.
Flex round! Flex round!
And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And down right around the 37. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Barrett. He's going to air it out for Dorsett. Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Philip Dorsett, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars add on to their lead. Lutz will look to add the extra point. Lutz with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Lutz now to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he'll check this one down to McCoy. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
Nice game there, partner, but you and I both know that won't do anything for the final score. They're not going to win this one. Right now, they're playing for pride and fantasy points.
And just to erase that goose egg, nobody wants to be shut out. Prescott on first down. He's going to look for Allen now on the deep ball. That's caught inside the 20. And he'll get this way down into Jacksonville territory. A big play here for the Bills. 44 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. First down, the run with Lynch. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple, down to the 15-yard line.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man.
There we go. 180. 26.
On second down, Lynch. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a first and goal. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. They'll run for it with Lynch. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up second and goal.
What a game this defense has played. They're pitching a shutout, so it'd be fun to watch down the stretch to see if their defensive coordinator continues to be as aggressive as he's been all game long.
Second and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. They'll give it to him up the middle. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. He lost 2 there, and it's third down. This defense has not surrendered a touchdown yet. You better believe they're determined not to here on third and goal. They come out here in the eye.
Hey, watch this, watch this.
Here we go, 46, 46.
Check this guy.
26.
Prescott on third and goal. He's got it. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. The holding penalty, that puts them in an unenviable spot here as they try again on third and goal.
Here we go, 180. 26.
Here's McCoy. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's fourth down.
Another stop on third down, and this defense still hasn't allowed a touchdown to this point.
So here's Greg Zuerlein now as he'll try for the field goal. And that is no good. And this score will stay right where it is. And you just kind of get the sense that this team's been snake-bitten a little bit here. They just have not had anything go their way.
It's like they collectively walked under a ladder on their way into the stadium. What else could go wrong?
We got 4. Come on, let's go. Red 38. Red 38.
Mixon gets the nod to start the drive. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. And now the Bills are going to stop it as they call a timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game.
Flex round. Flex round. Let's go.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. Keeps himself upright. And now he's swallowed up and taken down. And with inside of 10 seconds, 8 to be precise, we get whistles and a timeout on the field.
I think you saw the same thing that I did there, partner. Remember, he's their backup quarterback, so the last thing they need is to lose another one right here on the sack. Looks like he's going to be okay, though.
Yeah, he looked like he was favoring something in the left leg. Appears to be fine now, but you're right. That O-line, they got to protect it. On third down, Mixon skirts by at the 15. That'll be good for 6, but now it's fourth down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on fourth.
Here we go.
Working out of the gun, it's Barrett. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over. So, Charles, are able to complete what so often seems to be elusive, a shutout in the NFL. And maybe what's fitting is they ended the game on the field, that defensive unit on the field. What an exclamation mark.
And probably felt like they could go another 60 on the board against them.